Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome to the show, the Ian and J. Eldon show from Arturia. Doing the 808 and Pigments demonstration, how to actually design your own custom 808s within Pigments. I'm gonna wait a little bit and see if some people show up into the chat and the live stream. Okay, we got a couple folks watching us now. Let's go ahead and
Nice.
fill the room up a little bit. How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing good, man.
You doing
feeling,
good?
Feeling great.
Feeling great today? What is this?
Yes, sir.
Thursday?
We got Thursday.
Okay.
What's the date? Like the 11th or 12th?
The 12th. We started our Black Friday sale today, by the way. 50% off Pigments, but if you join our group today, we'll give you 3 months for free. Actually, so we'll go ahead and coordinate with the comments and include a free 3-month NFR for you. I'll be sending you personally to anybody who wants to request. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and wait a little bit further. See who else we have. Got 4 people in the room right now.
What's up, people?
Yeah, we'll just wait a little longer.
All right, sure.
3 viewers. Oh, it shows it on here too. Working on any new music these days, Josh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been working on some stuff, man. Like, I've been doing a lot of different releases of older tracks that I had just to throw it out there. It's been in the
archive
library archive for a while, So
got to get those out.
Hearing like my ego be destroyed, like, oh my gosh, I should have done this, but that's the point, just
you got to get it out there. You can't
just
leave it.
throw it out of there,
You
so
can't
you
leave it in
your
there forever in the
and,
box, in the hard drive forever.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how you get better though. Like you just throw it out there, and you can judge yourself and watch other people judge you at the same time, and you just get better, man.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man. It's a process. It's a constant process. And it's a lifestyle. This music thing,
Oh my gosh,
it's an addiction.
Jeez.
It's been a while. So, anyways, let's see. So I've known Josh for quite some time. Everyone, this guy's an amazing producer, vocal producer, mixing engineer. He's mixed records for me as well, personally. He's a jack of all trades in a lot of senses. So just want to introduce you to J. Eldon here. We got a few people in the room. I'd say let's go ahead and kind of get started here in just a second. Anybody who's got any comments or questions that you'd like to, thank you, John. Thank you very much for doing this. Appreciate you. This is going to be pretty a special thing. Pigments is a monstrous digital synth. It's got 2 engines. Allows you to mix things together. I mean, mix wavetable with sample, with analog oscillators. I mean, it's a massive synth. It's not a recreation like Arturia is mainly has been known for. But now the digital creations that we're doing are so massive from the things that we've learned from all the vintage synths that we've put together. It's just a joy to put some magical things together. The GUI is beautiful. I mean, you can see the colors. You can see just the way that the envelopes are coming out at you. The LFOs, it's just easy to see everything and view everything. And Josh over here is J. Eldon. He's going to go ahead and show us how special this synth really is with 808 designing within himself. And here he goes. He's sharing the screen.
Yeah,
here we go.
We're sharing the screen.
Why not?
I mean, you're describing it so beautiful. It's better to look at it sometimes, But yeah. So what we're gonna do? I'm gonna break it down to 3 sections. Because there's 3 type of engines that Pigments have. So we're gonna make 808s in the analog, the wavetable, and the sample. So I'm gonna start off with the wavetable since it's the the first thing that pops up, and as you see, it's a waveform already. Hold up, that's that's a 808. Let's go to a new patch. So a brand new patch will start with a basic waveform.
There we go.
Okay, can you hear everything? Is it
Yeah,
sounding
sounds
all
great.
right out there?
Sounds great. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
You're using it with Reason right there, obviously.
yeah, we're using
That's cool.
reasons in the background. Using the Arturia tube compressor to keep things kind of together in the background.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
So there's two engines on the Pigments. We're gonna get into the second engine a little later. So first thing, what we're gonna do is lower the tone 2 octaves, which is 24 semitones. 1 octave is 12. Okay, so now we already have like a bass sounding thing. You could call it a 808, but I don't think so yet. So let's add a little attack. First thing I'm gonna do is go into the envelope. Inside of Pigments, there's different channels, as you can see, different patches, and they all are coordinated with these things down here. Like each tab represents this tab. Is going to this VCA envelope, and we're gonna attach it here. There's two ways you could go about this. I turned it up here, and as you can hear, it has a high pitched little attack sounding thing to it. You don't want it too much. But as I was going to say, you have two ways of accessing this information here. By clicking on it directly, and that allows you to scroll up and down. If you didn't click on any of these tabs, there's a little plus mark that you could press on and drag up the parameters. And this is true throughout the whole Pigments platform or instrument. So right now we're gonna mess around with the attack. So I like the little decay on there. It's a little bit of sound design we're doing, as you see. Let's keep on carving this thing. So I like to put a little. Started off with 4 voices. As you see, it puts some more stereo on there, but we're going to keep it down around here. So it's not too much, but it just gives it an illusion of fatness. So this unisons is a feature inside of Pigments where it gives you like a pre-effect channel before you go into the actual plugin. So that's what I just did here. Let's turn that E-tune on. Okay, so let's keep it going. So we're in add a filter. So filter 1. Right. I like attack. So everywhere I go, I try to put attack on the sound. It just puts a roundness to the 808. Excuse me. So one thing to keep in mind, I like to keep this in the front of your mind. When you're designing these sounds, you want to keep aware of the sound staging. Like each channel has like an output of the volume. So like instead of controlling the master, you want to adjust each individual channels because it allows you to tone the sound a lot easier. But you'll see me do it throughout the process of creating this 808. So we got that. But Ian, I can't see any questions or anything, so if anybody has anything, please let me know. Okay.
I'll let you know, Josh.
All right. Okay, one neat feature about Pigments is the wavetable. which is why they feature it first. Is because within the wave table you can move the wave. So what I do, I take advantage of it again, adding more attack. So what I just did, I just added more this second envelope to this position here. So as you see, it has like a little knock sound to it. Let me turn it up, the overall volume right now. Again, more attack. Everywhere I go, I try to. Oh, one thing I forgot. This keyboard section, you want to change the bend range. This allows you to, of course, bend throughout the octave. So I like the, a good friend of mine, Ian, he told me about the 12 bend range. So I've been using it ever since. So it just gives it a vibe. So you can kind of bounce the notes a little bit. So now we change to mono. And what the glide does, it makes it so when you go between each note, it has a little glide sound to it. So all of these little details are going to add to the texture to the overall 808s. As you see, it kind of already has like a little thing happening there, like almost like a horn sound. I'm not really feeling it too much though. So let's keep it going. Can you hear it all right out there, Ian?
Yeah, it sounds excellent, man. Sounds really
Okay.
good. Yes.
Cool. All right, cool. Put more attack on. See, we kind of peaking right now, right? Let's keep it moving so we're not taking too much time. So this is where you could really get into carving the sound. Like we got a basic 808 type of thing going on. Probably could carve it a little bit more. It has. Let me see. Okay, cool. So now this is my favorite parts here. So it's I'm not gonna say what I would call it because I'm gonna keep it rated G, but we're gonna put a lot of low end on this side here. You know, low end. You know what I mean? You gotta have some low end. So let's go. We're just gonna keep it the basic, like around 40. We could just feel what resonates. Oh, right there. I like that. So let's do that to the other side. Around like 10. I mean 5. Let's say around like 5. So all right, we're just carving this 808 now. We're gonna. Hopefully it sounds good out there, because I can't really hear it for whatever reason. It sounded funny in my ear. Hold on. Okay, there it is. Sounds all right. Had to do a little makeshift earphone piece thing in here. All right. Yeah. So let's put a compressor on that. And the nifty thing about Pigments, not only can you create like a parallel compression situation, you can also add an envelope. You can add a little extra more attack to this 808. So you're carving it everywhere you go. And I'm gonna do one more little thing that I like to do. And this kind of sums it up a lot of times. We could position it anywhere. You position these EQs and compressions in different positions, gives you different tones as well. But we could go. That's another like an engineering thing. You know, this is all about how you feel about the sound. So yeah, I think that's a sound like an 808 to me. Does it sound like an 808 to you?
Yeah, it's getting there. Some grit with the distortion.
It's getting there.
Sounds cool, yeah. There we go. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Josh. Thank you.
Like the shorts, some like the long legs. So let me let me let me put a little macro on there so we can have that effect. You know, so we can put a little release. So all these little settings, it just makes it so you can reuse this 808. So like if you came back, now you could tweak it again. Like if you want to play it live, you could go into macros and tweak it up with your keyboard and sync it up with your other hardware or whatever you want to do. That's the beauty of it, you know, because it's so customizable. You're gonna have your own type of sound regardless. You know, it's not like a preset or something. All right. So let's save this one and move on to the next. Cool. So on the next 808, we're going to use the analog table. So let's start with the brand new patch. How's it sounding out there? What's going on in the world?
Everyone's loving it. I'm getting a bunch of good comments here. You know, everybody's. Let me unhide myself here. Where is it? Show self. Popping in, saying hello.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, we got a lot of amazing comments here saying thank you for doing this and this sounds great. And yeah, the video will be available after the event, so you can watch it again and try it out all at the same time with the software that we'll go ahead and send you. Okay, cool.
Sick.
Carry on, brother.
Okay, now we're gonna take it to the next level here. All right, so even though we're using analog, now the analog, let's keep it in mind what Arturia is doing with this analog. It's a real analog modeled synthesizer or modeled oscillator, modulator, because it has every feature of it. So you can use these same exact settings on your mini brute or your poly brute, whatever you want to use it on. So so right now we got it in a saw wave. So let's go to sine. Same process as you see, but instead of going over there to this course, we're gonna use. Can you see the mouse all right? I just moved this mouse around all extra fast. Hopefully people can see it.
Yeah, it looks good. You can follow along.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Already. Same process, right? But we're gonna go a little crazier. I like adding a little extra texture. Let's see what texture we want. Yeah, that's an interesting texture. So, and we're gonna bring it down an octave. So it's almost creating like a chord in a sense. We're going to turn it down so it's not so obvious. I'm not really feeling it. Let's use that one. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. Okay, cool. So we got that basic stuff going on. So of course, I like attack. This is attack. So we can attack it everywhere. So where are we starting? Let's do the overall attack here. Not too much. let's make it super wide. Let's give it a 6. Detune on. Let's turn it down a little bit, not that much. I'm gonna widen it up other places. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna bring it to both of the filters a little bit at first. Let's change. Let's do a little change up. So sometimes you just want to turn it just to find what you could find. Pre-programmed is just a vibe. I love Chicago, so it has to be a vibe. Let me see. So okay, put that there. This will make sense in a second. Alright, okay. I'm doing the same process as the other 808, but I'm taking advantage of some of the other features of filtering. Let's see. Okay, because once we get it, we're gonna go a little crazy. We're gonna use the LFO on this baby. Let's see. So the LFO, all it's doing is it's moving. It's moving all the time. So you move it here, it's gonna have a different movement to it. So I really like a lot of movement on the 808s. I didn't do this on the first one, but when you have movement, it just brings the texture out of it in different ways. Let me see. Let's do another LFO here too. And let's put it overload on that. Kind of low in volume, I'm saying. Turn it up a little bit. Let's fix the keyboard. This should be the first thing you do. You know, you can set like a template so it already has the basic parameters. But the importance of doing this is so when you play different notes, they don't overlap. I like using the mono, but legato, you could use it as well. But it's all preference. Just go in there and mess around with it. You will find something special, trust me. Okay, cool. So let's keep on putting some movement on this thing. First thing I want to add some more attack. So let's turn this up here. So as you see, it's different tones. Every attack, like every envelope parameter affects the texture of the sound. So like that's where you could really have a lot of fun, like tweaking it. And I get caught up. A little more width on it. Hear what it's doing. You may want to bring it down now. Kind of got a 909 type of vibe a little bit. Let me see. Pretty crazy sounding. Alright. Alright, let's put some more relief. That sounds pretty crazy. So let's keep it going. All right. So now let's flip it up. Instead of start with compressor first. We're gonna compress it to hell. Now let's get this EQ. Drop some of that. Add that. Ooh, sounds kind of nasty. Ooh. All right, let me turn it down a little bit somewhere. Let's go back. Hopefully you're following along to what I'm doing. I'm just adjusting the volume. See, it's kind of peaking a little bit, so turn it down somewhere else. See how that it has an attack, but at the same time it's like it's low. It's crazy. Put that on the sub. It's probably doing some crazy stuff on it. Let me see. Let's turn it up. Why not keep movement? You know, it's nothing wrong with having a little movement here and there. It just does little things to the tech instrument. You can't do that on any other instrument that I messed around with, making 808s. You know, you can't. It just you can't. You can't compete. All right. So let's add. Okay, now this guy here is funny. You can it's pretty much doing the same thing as all these oscillators and envelopes, but in a plugin. So as you see, it makes crazy sound. So you know what I'm gonna do, right? Yep. Add more attack. Just a little bit, you know, just it don't have to be too much. Sound like something Timbaland will use. Let's put another compressor just to control these little peaks I was hearing. That's pretty sick. All right, let's keep it going. Add I said I was gonna make it wide, right? So put a chorus on this mud. Turn this down. You don't want it too much. That's the thing about it. You don't want to overdo it. You want to. It's all about the subtleties. See what it's doing. Turn it down. See how it just makes it fatter. That's all we're doing right now. Make it. What does it sound like out there? It's starting to sound crazy in my headphones. Is it doing too much, Ian? What's going on? How you doing?
No, it's sounding good out there, man. I love how you're playing it too. You know, giving a little riff here and there, and you'd hear how it would sound in a song.
You know? Man, I got this beautiful keyboard that it makes you want to play it sometimes.
Your key
but
okay,
from Arturia, of course. Yeah, it sounds cool, man. I think it sounds good too. So let's add some macros, and I like to put the macros. It became a habit. To do this, but I recommend it because it gives you a lot of control to do some automation.
So how do you add a macro? Like, did you just drag it over there into the macro right now?
Oh,
How'd
my
you do
bad. It's
that?
the same process. You know, you can either click on the tab.
Oh, I see.
See, like these last four, the M
Right,
represent the macros. You know, so
right.
as you see, it kind of when you hover over them, it intuitively follows it.
Okay. Got you. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So so we have it up, but so you can control it here too. You can manipulate it a little bit. Can you hear how wide that? Hear the difference? Subtle, but it just it's a vibe. I'm telling you. All right. Then put a chorus. Okay, why not do this? To put a little reverb on this mod. Uh, Drag it. Let's put it down here. Actually, this is here, so we're gonna go to the send. So yeah, the Pigments has a send, and it has a bus effect. So the differences is like if you had a the plug-in channel, the bus, that's what that represents. So these two right here, they're like the channel of a input. Then the effects send bus is similar, where you can send sound to it and add more effects. Again, this is a feature that you won't see on many other instruments. It's just like it's built for really building your own sound, like in the box in a way. So let's continue. Let me add this. Let's make it real obvious so I can hear what it's doing. I don't hear anything yet. Can you hear reverb?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I thought it was just me. That's good. Actually, let me see. Hmm. Oh well, we gotta keep it moving. But it sounds good to me already.
That's a
And
pretty
that's
interesting 808, I must say.
yeah,
It like
it's
bobs
very
and
freaking
bobs it like
crazy.
bobs up and down like a I don't even know how to call it, but it's got some life to it. It's like a moving, breathing monster of an 808.
It's
If
a
that's the best
monster,
way to
man.
explain it, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a vibe, man. I'm telling you, somebody will use that. All right. Yeah. So that's that. So we're gonna actually save this 808. It's called. What should we call it? What does it sound like? Like a
Bob's
frog, like a
808?
toad. You feel
Okay.
me? It feels like it's like a frog or so. So now what I'm gonna do is record this 808 in a C, so we can save it as. I so happen to already have a C note. So let's see if we play right. Just that. Okay, so let's bounce it in place. So now I'm hearing myself. All right, so let's change bounces to a new sample so we can edit this thing. We called it Pigments bounce, but it's really called Toad 808. So let's edit this 808. This is the nifty thing about reasons I like. This is really intuitive. So get in there. Sounds clean. Clean to me. So grab that moonshine 808 and let's go back to Pigments. Actually, let's save it. Wait, not moonshine 808. We're doing toad 808. Where is this located? This is on the desktop. Cool.
What we're doing now, guys, just so you know what we're up to, Josh is going to import this thing into Pigments as a sample.
Yeah, let me explain. Yeah, thank you. Now we are going to the third objective here, the sample engine. So the sample engine, I'm gonna use the sample that we use, but I'm gonna layer it with the engine number 2. So this same features, same process, but we're just gonna add layers of texture. So let's get to it. So we're gonna first thing first. Let's go in here. There's a lot of stuff in here. All right. Go here. So the 808. Bring that in there. And we already have the sample. So the beauty of it, the sample. If you're familiar with the reasons, they have a granular tool where you could chop up the sound. Let me play it. In different sections of the sample and loop it. We're not going to do that. We're going to just use basic sampler. So as you see, it's not starting right on the hit. We could kind of move it over at the start. Okay, we already got the 808, right? But what do we need? What do I like? Let's put some more attack on this mouth. So first thing, dragged it. What I did, clicked on the envelope and dragged the course right here. It just adds a little bit. And that adds more attack to the sample now, right? So we're mixing it again pretty much. All right, so let's add more attack everywhere. Attack. It's like playing the sample all the way through, so you add release. You hear that? We didn't do our job. Let's do 3 to do the same thing. See, I'm telling you. When you're making beats with it already, you know. So what should we do? We're gonna add some bit crusher to it. We're gonna let's dirty it up a lot. Like I said, this is another effects rack. You have another shaper. Pretty much is this carving the tones. That's all we're doing right now. You're carving the tone before it reaches the filter. let's keep it going, right? I know you want to see the other engine. We'll get to that. Let me see. Let's add another sub on that mug, right? So you just add a little more beef low end to this thing. Let's keep it going. Now you're wondering. There we go. Let's go to the second oscillator. Turn it on. First thing. You can use again either of the engines, you know, of course. So why not? Let's do a wavetable this time, and let's switch up the wavetable. Let's find another sound that may work. Lyra. We're gonna use Lyra because I know, yeah, this we're using Lyra. You may have to go 2 octaves on Lyra. Okay, we may have to turn her down a little bit. Let me see, so she can. We gotta find it. We may have to go down 3 octaves. You see 36, right? There you go. It's a little too low. This may be a challenging one, but we're gonna make it happen. Watch. Okay, so we got it going through the filter number 2. Turn this. Okay, so of course we have LFOs we can work with. Let's make it move a little bit. Still kind of loud, let me see. That's kind of. Okay, I'm getting that Pharrell vibe. It's coming. All right, here. So, okay, yeah, that's dope. So, but I hear frequencies kind of driving me crazy. Like I said, you could go as crazy as you want to go with this thing. It's the same process. As you see, we got 2 oscillators, 2 engines going on. Probably could turn this stereo down and add hella voices on it all the way to the max. Let me see something. It has a long release on it, so we gotta adjust that. here. The opposite way. Oh, actually, I'm. Duh. All right, what's going on, Ian? What you thinking? Does it
I
sound?
think it sounds cool, man. I think you're doing an amazing job. Especially the
So,
long tail that you had was interesting at the same time, even though it was like more of like a bass 808, you know?
right.
Yeah, it was, I thought it was very interesting. And I like how you're kind of organically finding something, you know, because everybody can kind of see what you're doing. It's kind of quick, but at the same time, it's like you can kind of see how you're feeling out where it's going and carving the sound and finding the shape of it, you know.
Right.
So any questions that anybody has, please feel free. I know there's a lot going on, and it's very intricate synth, but it's
Yeah, you can do a lot with it.
yeah,
And
apparently.
it's really musical. That's what I like about it. It's just so musical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it is. Cool.
So
Let's-
yeah, what I just did, this filter routing here. I'm not sure if people know about this. Pretty much the stacks represent how the output is going. So when it's side by side, it means it's side by side. It's going 1, 2. If it's these two right here on stacked on top of each other, it means that they're going out individually
at the
so-
same time.
at the same time.
Individually,
So that's
yeah.
why you're hearing more low end, because now one of the filters are going in a little further, you know, inside of the mix. Individually.
It's not being edited by the first filter. You know what I mean? Like the second filter isn't. The first filter is being edited by the second filter because it's in series. When that knob is to the left,
Exactly. That's a better way of saying
Versus
it.
just
Series
both going at the same time and just being separate elements. That's
or
interesting.
parallel,
Yeah,
right? Exactly.
and you could even
Series
mix
or
between the
parallel.
two, which is insane.
Yeah, and you can automate
Fine.
it. That's what I'm doing now.
No.
Like I have a envelope
Uh-huh.
going in between each of the filters.
Oh wow.
So it's kind of
Okay.
like what the polybrew does, you know, in the morph mode.
Yeah.
When he's twisted, it kind of,
It
you know,
moves
inverts
as you're
everything.
playing it.
You know,
Yeah. As the attack runs into the release, it's moving the filter.
right. So you're doing the same thing pretty much, you know.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
let's see.
Well, thank you for watching, everybody. Anybody got any questions? Feel free to keep going, Josh. Let me just see if we got anybody who wants to say something else other than this is amazing. And I agree. Thank you, Hunter. Thank you, John. Thank you, Robert.
Oh,
Very
no doubt,
tingling.
man. Like this. Glad you guys are enjoying it. You know, it's
And the
as you see,
macros
it's very
too.
versatile.
Yeah.
You said what?
So the macros too. I mean, being able to assign one knob to edit one parameter that you can have on your board to have like a main edit point in which you like to have like distortion or reverb or chorus, and you can kind of play along with it as you're playing, as if you're actually in a performance,
Absolutely.
right?
That's the beauty of having those macros on there.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you can layered macros, you know. So if you wanted
Mhm.
to, you could have. I'll just do it in this example, just to be as an example here. So let's turn
You
this
click
one
on the
on.
macro blue, the first blue one, and you.
So we already got.
Wow. Yeah, exactly.
So we got that distortion now. Now let's add some other things to it. So you could do multiple
Ooh, stereo pan.
effects at the same time. So like
Flanger,
if you wanted
okay.
this down here, you just bring it up the same.
Ah.
Sure. So now you're controlling both of them at the same time.
Wow. Creating 808 808s that haven't been heard before. They're not customary. They're like you can create your own entity of an 808 with these effects and
Right. They all have their
kind of
own
create.
tones, their own
Yeah.
ways you could carve it to the
Right.
song as well, you know. So it's like instead of worrying about like having an EQ and have other plugins on it, it's just all internal.
Cool.
This thing sounds pretty crazy. I better save it.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
why not? Every show is a new tone.
Yeah, for
New
real.
tones for new
This
shows.
is that's the
Tom said, "Yes, I'm gonna need this." Yes, Tom, I think so. And you know, feel free to request it. The 3-month NFR is in the chat. You know, you get it for free for 3 months to try it out and actually utilize these points and these features. So yeah. Go ahead
and
save
as
it
you
there.
see, I'm creating a bundle of free 808. So a lot of these sessions, I've been saving them in their you know, a perspective place. So we may be releasing these 808s, I think.
Oh, okay, okay.
You know, yeah. So
And the 808 Master J. Eldon, okay.
yeah,
Why
I mean, might
not?
as well like
Might
just
as well. I know all these. They're coming out so cool.
yeah.
Let's see if there's anybody else wants to say anything during our show here. We're gonna wrap it up here in a second, but I'm excited. Yeah,
So
Tom's
good.
into it. Oh no! What are you doing
I'm
now?
still trying to
What are you
figure
doing
this
now?
thing out.
Oh wow! Your piece is very, very creative. In
Yeah,
his
that's
productions,
great. So
I
you,
must say.
that's a way you could just start creating like little rhythms, and you could play some chords or something on top of it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Cool.
yeah,
You go forever.
right.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
leave any comments or questions in the chat. We'll return and answer them as we go along, even in the next few days, if you like. We're here for you in the user group for the Facebook Arturia user group page here. So my name is Ian once again. I don't even think I introduced myself in the beginning, but my name is Ian here, and I'm doing the user groups here in the U.S. We've got them in Los Angeles and Chicago and the East Coast as well. We have a YouTube page we're just starting. If you want to check it out, called Arturia User Group, Arturia US User Group, in the YouTube. And check us out. This live stream is actually also broadcasting on YouTube, so you can check it out there as well. Subscribe. We'll be saving a lot of cool stuff. There's already a video on Tim Kelly out there showing what the V Collection is all about with his productions, and he's amazing as well. The trial. Go ahead and just Tom. Go ahead and go ahead and just click the link of the request. Fill in your information. I'll get back to you guys on the software. Just give it a little bit for processing, okay? Cool. Well, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being part of our community and our user group here on Facebook. And again, feel free to be a part and share and request anything that you like, and let's create something interesting with this group here. It's a new thing, and let's make it something massive. And again, my name's Ian. This is Jay Eldon. Thank you so much. Anything you want to add, Jay Eldon?
Oh man, thanks for having me, man. Like, appreciate it. I had a ball. Hopefully,
Yeah,
you guys learned some
me
things
too.
up there.
Okay. Cool. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great evening. All right.
All right. Peace.